Are you sure this isn't too early?
No, I've been up since 4 a.m.
Doing what?
Well, I couldn't sleep. You know what I did? I went down to the pool and swam laps.
Oh, good for you.
Well, this is a wonderful surprise, but what are you doing here?
Oh, I came to see one of my nephews.
Oh, I didn't realize. Where does he live?
Over in Venice. But I'm meeting him at work. Anyway, I thought while I was here, I'd stop in, see how you're doing.
You're so sweet.
Oh.
I'm fine, thank you.
But you're waking up at 4 in the morning.
Well, yes, I'm having trouble sleeping.
That usually doesn't come without a reason. How are things with you and Eric?
Well, you know, he's engaged.
But he isn't married.
No. No, he's not married.
I still think he's stalling. A man who's determined to get married gets married.
I'm not so sure about that anymore. The only thing I'm sure about is that if he marries Sheila, it's going to be a terrible mistake. A bigger mistake than the marriage to Brooke.
What is it with this woman? Will you please tell me about her?
You know, that's just the problem. I can't. I really don't know about her. I mean, other than the fact that I think she's trouble. We do have an old friend that seems to know a great deal about her, though. Who? Lauren Fenmore. She lives outside of Chicago in Genoa City. That's apparently where Sheila comes from.
Oh, really?
Yes, as a matter of fact, Eric was just in Chicago. He was giving a speech, and he went over to Genoa City to see Lauren. I hope they had a chance to talk.
You're hoping this Lauren gives him the word?
Yes, I am. Want some coffee?
Yes, thank you. I want to ask you a question. Now, I don't want you to take it the wrong way.
I won't.
Are you certain that this Sheila Carter is really what you think she is? Or is this more about a certain lady friend of mine who really just wants a man and doesn't want to give him up to Sheila? Or to anyone?
Good morning.
Hi.
How about some coffee?
No, thank you.
Did you sleep well?
I'm really sorry.
For what?
Unloading on you again.
You didn't unload on me.
It's becoming a habit.
It's a habit I like.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, sleeping on the floor while I sleep here in your bed?
Well, maybe one of these days you'll let me share the bed with you. I'm not pushing, though. Whenever you're ready.
You know, maybe I will have a cup of coffee.
Great. Sounds like you had a kind of rough day yesterday.
It was just horrible, Sly. I mean, Thorne and I used to love each other so deeply, so completely, and now look at us. We're relegated to talking through attorneys. We're sitting across the table from each other, not even able to look at each other. While these professionals, practical strangers, are dividing up our property. Who gets the pots and pans, who gets the furniture. It's just so degrading. I hated every minute of it.
I'm sure Thorne probably felt the same way.
No wonder he's the one who's so anxious to get this over with.
And you aren't?
I guess I am just ready to move on. To be normal again, to not feel so empty. God, the pain is...
You know, you were talking in your sleep last night.
What did I say?
Something about your mother.
Mom. Oh, boy, did we have an ugly battle yesterday.
Yeah. Great day all the way around.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. We're not open until, Oh, Miss Spectra.
Yeah, that's right. And you, I believe, are Keith.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm not doing too well, Keith. I'm very concerned about my daughter, Macy. I've been looking for her. Very worried about her, very worried indeed. So, is she here?
The Bold and the Beautiful. This portion sponsored by Duncan Hines, helping you bake your moist, delicious best.
Come on, Keith. Have you seen Macy? Do you know where she is?
Yeah, she's upstairs.
Upstairs?
It's where Sly lives.
Oh. Did she spend the night up there?
Yep, I think so.
Well, I'm relieved, actually. I had no idea where she was. She left my office in a terrible state yesterday.
You know, your daughter has a serious problem, Miss Spectra. I'm sure you know that.
You mean her drinking?
Well, yeah, that's one of them.
One of them? That's the only problem, as far as I'm concerned.
You don't think her relationship with Thorne is a problem?
I don't think she has a relationship with Thorne Forrester. They are getting a divorce.
You mind if I share a personal opinion with you?
No, go ahead.
Well, they shouldn't be getting a divorce. They're still in love with each other.
You call that love? I don't. Love doesn't cause the kind of pain and misery that my daughter Macy is going through right now. Love is supposed to be a healing thing. It's supposed to make everything all right with the world. Well, there's nothing right between Thorne and Macy. It's because they are wrong for each other. All wrong.
You really believe that?
Of course I believe it. And so would you if you had a little more experience in the game of love. All I know is that right now, the best thing in the world for my daughter would be for her to find another man, the right man, and just move on. She deserves much better than that. Much better than that.
You know, Miss Spectra, I think you're right. She does deserve better. Much better.
You know, I think I'm gonna go down and get a little bit of sun. That might make me feel better.
Macy, when you go downstairs, you might want to, keep clear of Keith.
Why?
Well, I gave him some work to do, and it's kind of important that he gets it done.
Keith always gets his work done.
Yeah, but he's been slacking off a little bit lately.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, probably be better if you just didn't talk to him.
Okay. I'll see you later.
I am fighting for Eric, and I'm fighting hard.
Which might be coloring your perceptions about this Sheila Carter.
No. That woman is trouble, and I knew it the moment I saw her. I think you would, too.
Maybe I should meet with this lady.
You know, that's a good idea. You're so perceptive, I'd like to know exactly what you think of her.
You set up something the next time I'm in town.
I will. When are you coming back?
Oh, probably sooner than you think. My nephews need me. Their parents are gone.
I didn't realize that. Is there a problem?
No, just a interesting situation. I'll tell you about it next time.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry I have to leave. But I have to drive to Malibu.
Well, I'm glad I got a chance to see you anyway.
Keep up the good fight, Stephanie.
You keep up the encouragement.
Oh, after all you've done for me, you better believe I will.
Come on in.
Hello, Sly.
Miss Spectra, hi. I'm surprised to see you.
And a little nervous, too, aren't you?
Nervous?
I'm looking for my daughter, Macy. Is she around?
No. No, she's not.
You wouldn't try lying to me, would you?
She's not here, Miss Spectra.
She spent the night here, didn't she? Now, don't try to deny it. Your friend Keith just told me she did.
Coffee break time.
Aunt Ruthie.
Come over here and give me a hug.
Oh, man, am I glad to see you.
Oh, how's everything going?
Well, some things are going good.
And?
And, well, some things are going not so good. Here we go.
Oh, thank you. Now, tell me about the good things first.
Well, let's see. Well, my health is good. The weather's fine, and,
And school?
Oh, I'm acing everything. You don't have to worry about that.
And Kevin?
Well, he's doing okay. He's hanging in there.
If there's ever anything I can do to
I
help.
know. I'll give you a call.
Good. Now, let's hear about what's going on with you.
Oh, you got enough things to worry about. You don't need to hear
Oh, no. The fact is, I don't have enough to worry about now. Come on. Let's hear it.
Well, it's a lady.
I should have guessed.
Yeah. A wonderful lady, Aunt Ruthie.
So where's the problem in that?
Well, she doesn't exactly feel the same way I do.
And how do you feel?
You know, that's a good question.
You're in love, young man. There's no doubt about it. You are in love.
All right, yes. Macy slept here last night.
And she slept there, in that bed?
Yes, she slept there in that bed. But I didn't.
Don't try and fake me out. I'm an old player. You're so green you shouldn't even sit down at the table with me. I got a big brain underneath this fabulous hairdo, you know? Now, you and my daughter spent the night together in that bed, and why don't you admit it?
Because we didn't.
Well, baby, I'm having a seriously hard time believing you.
Miss Spectra, as much as I wish it weren't the case, the fact of the matter is that your daughter and I haven't, you know?
You haven't slept together?
That's right. We haven't.
Are you attracted to my daughter, Sly?
More than I've ever been attracted to anyone.
Well, I know she's attracted to you, too. For one thing, she finds your poetry fascinating.
Yeah, so I hear.
So?
So? What?
So why haven't you and Macy found a way to enjoy this mutual attraction?
Well, I don't think that Macy's ready for that yet.
Why not?
What do you mean?
Oh, look, I'm not trying to push you into some kind of torrid relationship here. I am simply trying to encourage my daughter towards something a little more positive and a little healthier than what she's got now, which is nothing but misery and depression, thanks to Mr. Thorne Forrester. Now, what I need to know from you, Sly, is are you the man who can do this for her? Can you break her obsession with Thorne? Can you stand for a positive force for good, which she desperately needs in her life right now? Are you the man that can do that, Sly, or aren't you?
Well, I don't know, Aunt Ruthie.
You know darn well I'm right. You're in love, Keith. Now, I want you to tell me all about this girl.
Yes, Ellie. I'm the one. I'm your man.
You're sure? You're sure you're up to it?
Up to it, I'm in love with your daughter.
Well, then why don't you act like a man who's in love with my daughter? Why don't you start courting her properly?
That's what I've been trying to do.
How? By standing by and watching her get drunk every night?
No, I don't like her drinking either.
Well, I not only don't like it, Sly, I hate it. I can't stand it anytime I see her in that condition, which is all too often these days, and I want it to stop.
Amen, I do too.
Well, then, why don't you start by cutting her off at the watering hole? She does most of her drinking here in your bar.
Trust me, I would love to cut her off. Tell her she can't drink here anymore. But come on, you know what she's gonna do? She's gonna get angry, walk out and go drink somewhere else. It won't work. And I'll never see her again.
Well, we have to think of something. We've got to do something to break her depression over this divorce. That's what's making her do this.
I really believe she's starting to let go of Thorne. It may take a while, but after that, he'll be out of her system completely. And then we can clean up her act.
And what about the meantime?
Let me work on her. Give me just a little more time. I want her to be happy just like you do. And I'll make her happy. I will.
All right. Guess it can't do any harm to give you a little more time. God knows she does have a soft spot for you. Piece of advice. Keep writing those poems, Sly. Because more than anything else over the past few months, those poems that you sent her have touched her very deeply. Those poems, that's your wild card. Take advantage of it. Shower that girl with poetry every day. We have to do whatever we can to get her back on the right track.
We will. I will.
All right, Sly, but let me warn you about one thing. If I suspect for 1 minute that you are not the man who can do this, I will not hesitate to find someone who can. I do not intend to see my daughter throw her life away by being in love with the wrong man. It won't happen. I will not let her do that.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say I'm in love.
Well, I would. Look at the way you're acting. And you've got that dreamy look in your eye like you're not quite here. Oh, you got the signs all right. Every one of them.
Yeah, I just don't have the girl.
Let's talk about that. You say she doesn't know how you feel. Why don't you tell her how you feel?
Well, I don't think she feels the same way.
You think, but you don't know for sure.
Well, it's a little complicated.
Another man in the picture?
Yeah, 2 of them.
What kind of girl is this?
Oh, no, she's a wonderful, wonderful lady, Aunt Ruthie. You see, she's just a little messed up right now.
How you doing, Keith?
Well, you see, she's a little messed up because she's going through a divorce, and, well, it's causing a lot of problems in her life.
She still loves her husband.
Well, you know, I used to think so, but then I talked to someone this morning, and, well, now I'm starting to wonder if she's not better off without the guy.
Maybe she isn't. Maybe she is. But let me warn you, Keith. You don't want to get involved with a woman fresh out of a marriage. She needs time to get her head on straight.
You know, I think you're right. There's only one problem.
You already are involved.
Yeah. You know, this is crazy talking like this. I mean, well, she is so beautiful. I mean, she's exciting. She's mature. She's experienced. She's way out of my league.
There is no one out of your league. Don't ever let me hear you say that. Now, do you really want this woman? Is that what your heart is telling you?
Oh, I can't get her out of my mind. I mean, I keep telling myself it's just a schoolboy infatuation, that I'll get over it. But then time goes on and I don't get over it. I think about her all the more. You know, I really hurt for her because it troubles me to see what she's going through. Because you know what? I really believe I could help her. I really do.
Keith, this may be the worst advice I could give, but I gotta say it. You have to let your heart lead you. You can't ignore it, or you'll never be happy. If you truly love this woman, It's a love that stays, then you've got to respond to that love. You've got to go after her, Keith. You've got to.